Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to the final Let's Get Quizzical for the year 2020. Once again, I want to thank the Bristol Institute of Business Management for proudly being our sponsor. This is the 10th Let's Get Quizzical that they have been with us. Thank you so much to everyone who registered. I thought there might be a very poor attendance today because of, it's the holidays, right? You can see, usually I put on my thinking cap. So today I thought of putting on my Santa's hat, right? So thank you for being a part of Let's Get Quizzical game number 10. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Question number 1. At 321 kilometers, the A9 is one of the longest highways in Sri Lanka. Which two cities are connected by the A9 highway? Easy question. Which two cities are connected by the A9 highway? The correct answer, wow, 36 thought it's Colombo, Jaffna, but the correct answer is the A9 highway is the road that leads from Kandy to Jaffna, right? Well done to the 35 who got that correct. Kandy, Jaffna is the correct answer. And Remus is into the lead at 952 points. Dr. Damika is in second. Amy in third. Santa is in fourth. Well done, Santa. Dhammika Panier is in fifth. Well done. Let's look at our next question. What is the only country in the world that has 3 different capitals? What is the only country in the world that has 3 different capitals? Is it Bolivia, or Netherlands, South Africa, or the USA? The correct answer is South Africa. So South Africa has 3 capitals. Pretoria is the administrative capital, Cape Town is the legislative capital, and Bloemfontein is the judicial capital. Bolivia has 2, La Paz and Sucre. Netherlands, Amsterdam and The Hague. USA, of course, has Washington, D.C. But South Africa is the only country in the world that has 3 different capitals. Let's take a look at our leaderboard after question number 2. All right, so Dr. Dhammika is now in the lead. Amy is in second, Remus is in third, Dhammika Pania is in fourth, all-rounder is in fifth. Let's look at our third question. The dirham is the currency used by the UAE. Which of the following is the other country that uses the dirham as the currency? Which of the others, in addition to the UAE, uses the dirham? Is it Oman, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, or Morocco? The correct answer is Morocco. So Oman and Saudi Arabia use a currency called the rial. Egypt uses the Egyptian pound, but Morocco and UAE use the dirham as its currency. Well done, 26 got the answer correct. Let's look at our leaderboard, and Remus is back into the lead, closely followed by Milan, Aquagirl, All-Rounder, and Satsara Grade 10. All right, let's look at our next question. What is the tallest mountain in the continent of Africa? What is the tallest mountain in the continent of Africa? Is it Mount Everest, Mount Aconcagua, Mount Mavenzi, or Mount Kilimanjaro? Wow, excellent. Easy, relatively easy question. So let me show you this picture, right? This beautiful mountain, Kilimanjaro, is located in Tanzania, 5,895 meters tall. It is the tallest freestanding mountain in the world. It's actually a dormant volcano, right? So you see, Most of the other tall mountains like Everest, they are in a mountain range, but this is the tallest freestanding. තනියම තියෙන උසම කන්ද මේක තමයි. Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. It's a dormant volcano. It's a beautiful picture, right? Well done to those who got the answer correct. 62 got the answer correct. Well done. Let's look at our leaderboard now. Rima still in the lead, closely followed by Melan, Aquagirl, Satsara, and Biddy Biden. Some interesting names. Let's look at our next question. What is the name given to the official residence in Colombo for the Indian High Commissioner in Sri Lanka? What is the name given to the official residence in Colombo for the Indian High Commissioner in Sri Lanka? Is it India House? Is it Taj Mahal? Is it Mumtaz Mahal? Or is it Bharat Bhavan? The correct answer is India House, right? So the India House is the name given to the official residence in Colombo for the Indian High Commissioner. Well done. 33 thought it was Bharat Bhavan, right? I thought it was a cyber restaurant somewhere around Colombo, right? India House is the correct answer. Well done. 32 got the answer correct. And Rima still holding on to the lead. Biddy Biden is now in third. Milan is in second. Schnazzy in fourth. Dinsey is into the top 5 as well. Well done, Dinsey. Up 21 places is Netra, the highest climber. Well done, Netra. Let's look at our next question. November is known as the month of Thanksgiving, especially in the USA. What is the day after Thanksgiving called? Question: what is the day after Thanksgiving called? Is it Happy Friday, Holy Saturday, Cyber Monday, or Black Friday? Well done. 68 got the answer correct. The correct answer is Black Friday. So usually Thanksgiving in the USA is on the 4th Thursday of November, right? So the day after Thanksgiving is usually called Black Friday, the busiest day for shopping in the USA since 2005, right? I think now Sri Lanka has also picked up on Black Friday, even though there's no Thanksgiving in Sri Lanka. Well done, 68 got the answer correct. Let's look at our leaderboard now. Rima still holding on to the lead. Milan is in second, Biddy Biden in third, Schnazzy in fourth, Dinsey is in the top 5 as well. We look at our next question. We have all heard of the Christmas song, The 12 Days of Christmas. When is the 12th day of Christmas? When is the 12th day of Christmas?
On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third.
I tried to play that song as well. To be honest, it's considered as one of the most annoying Christmas songs ever, the 12 Days of Christmas, right? If you haven't heard that, go to YouTube and listen to it. So the first day of Christmas is the 25th of December, right? So the 12th day of Christmas, also known as the Epiphany on the Christian calendar, is the 5th of January. Well done, 40 got that answer correct. So I thought of having sort of, a Christmassy sort of question as well, since we are all in the holiday mood. Well done, 40 got the answer correct. The 5th of January is the 12th day of Christmas. Let's look at our leaderboard. Still holding on to the lead. Now Biddy Biden has jumped up into second. Schnazzy is in third. Betsy, wow, into the top 5. Santa is in 5th. Well done. Let's look at our last question of round number 1. Interesting question. What do you call the dots on top of the letters I and J? What do you call the dots on top of the letters I and J? Is it full stop? Is it tittle? Is it period? Or is it Spotify? The correct answer is tittle. So let me show you this picture, right? So the I and the J are two of the most commonly used letters in the English alphabet. Of course, I is used more commonly than the J. The two dots on top, they are called the tittle, right? So if you didn't know that, interesting fact, especially for the youngsters who are joining us, the dot on top of the letters I and J are called the tittle, right? Well done. 28 thinks it's Spotify. Spotify is actually an audio streaming app, Swedish audio streaming app, right? But tittle is the correct answer. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, we are at the end of round number 1. Let's look at our leaderboard. And Remus still holding on to the lead, very closely followed by BD Biden. So the difference between Remus and BD Biden is less than 200 points, right? So in a competition where 1,000 points are offered for the winner for every question, right? This is actually a very small difference. Snazzy is also close behind in third. Patsy is in fourth. Santa, well done, Santa. I thought Santa would be, be busy at this time of the year, but Santa is in fifth. The Jinx is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Well done, exciting stuff. So round number 2, we'll have 8 questions on current affairs and world politics. Right, let's look at our first question. In which year was the first ever presidential election held in Sri Lanka? In which year was the first ever presidential election held in Sri Lanka? Was it 1977, 1978, 1982 or 1972? Wow, only 29 got the answer correct. So when J.R. Jayawardena swept into power in 1977, and they formed this new government, they came up with a new constitution, right? So the first ever presidential election was held in 1982 and J.R. Jayawardena became the first ever executive president of Sri Lanka. Well done, 29 got the answer correct. Let's look at our leaderboard, and BD Biden has now overtaken Remus into the lead. Santa is in third, Patsy is in fourth, Snazzy is in fifth. Well done, Jay, you're up 16 places. Excellent stuff. Let's look at our next question. What is the political party of the President of India, President Ramnath Kovind? Ramnath Kovind is the President of India. What party does he represent? Is it the Bharatiya Janata Party? Is it the Bahujan Samaj Party? Is it the National Congress Party? Or is it the Communist Party of India? Well done. So the Bharatiya Janata Party, the party of Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister, is in power. So the President is usually from the party that is in power. Ramnath Kovind is the President of India and his party is the BJP or the Bharatiya Janata Party. Well done to the 50 who got the answer correct. Let's look at our leaderboard, and BD Biden holding on to the lead, closely followed by Remus. Patsy is in third, Snazzy is in fourth, Santa is in fifth. Well done, Vinu J, you're back in the game with 3 in a row. Excellent stuff. Let's look at our next question. The US presidential election took place recently. Which state has the most number of electoral college votes in the USA? Which state of the USA has the most number of electoral college votes? Is it Texas, Pennsylvania, Alaska or California? Wow, 45 got the answer correct. So Texas and Alaska are the 2 largest states in the USA, but it is not decided on the size. The state of California has the highest population in the USA. It's approximately 40 million people. So Sri Lanka alone has 22 million, right? But the state of California in the USA has 40 million people. So because of that high number in population, they have the highest number of electoral college votes, 55. Well done. 45 got the answer correct. California has the most number of electoral college votes. Let's look at our leaderboard, and BD Biden holding on to the lead. Remus in second, Batsy in third, Schnazzy in fourth, Santa is in fifth. Let's look at our next question. Which of the following countries is named after a female or a woman? Which of the following countries in the world is named after a female or a woman? Ireland, Macedonia, China, or Argentina? Interesting question. Let's see how many can get this answer correct. Wow, only 11 got that correct, right? So, Macedonia, right? Macedonia, the name is derived from the Greek word Macedons, which means tall people, right? The Macedon people. Argentina, actually, the name Argentina is derived from argentum or silver, which is in excess in Argentina. So actually, Argentina is the only country in the world named after an element, right? So it's named after argon, argentum, or argon is a different element, argentum or silver. China is named after the Shing dynasty, but Ireland is named after Ire, the Irish goddess of the land, right? So Ireland, the land of Ire, the female goddess, right? Well done, 11 got the answer correct. So there's also another island called St. Lucia, which is in the West Indies, part of the Windward Islands, which is also named after, I think, St. Lucy of Syracuse. But out of these four, Ireland is the only country named after a female or a woman. Well done to the 11 who got the answer correct. And Remus has now overtaken BD Biden. Close competition for the top position. Batsy is in third. King Kong into the top 5 for the first time. Schnazzy is in fifth. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking at our next question. This 15-year-old was recently recognized as Time Magazine's Kid of the Year for 2020. What is her name? She is the first ever Kid of the Year from Time Magazine. Is it Greta Thunberg, Malala Yousafzai, Geetanjali Rao, or Tyler Gordon? Well done. The correct answer is Geetanjali Rao. So let me show you this picture. Geetanjali Rao is 15 years old. She was recently recognized, actually the first ever Time Magazine Kid of the Year. So usually the Time Magazine recognizes someone who has made a significant contribution to the world during that year. So usually it's grown up. So last year Greta Thunberg was selected as the Time Magazine Person of the Year. But this year, for the very first time, they selected a Kid of the Year, 15-year-old Geetanjali Rao. She's only 15 years old. She's already an inventor and scientist. I want to encourage and inspire the youngsters taking part. There are a lot of teenagers taking part in this competition. So Geetanjali Rao found out that there was a lake in the place that she lived, which was contaminated by lead. And she found out a way to identify the amount of contamination of water, right? So, fantastic for a 15-year-old. She was recognized as the Kid of the Year. So, find out what problems there are in the community that you live in and try to come up with some simple solutions. I'm sure you guys can make a huge impact to the world that we live in, right? I think, you might be just one person, but I'm sure if you think out of the box, you can make a huge impact to the world that we live in. So well done to Geetanjali Rao. Well done to the 46 who got the answer correct. Let's look at our leaderboard, and Batsy has now jumped up into the lead. Closely followed by Remus, BD Biden, Schnazzy, and Santa. Well done. Amy, you're the highest climber, 7 places for that last question. We look at our next question. I think an easy question. Let's look at this question. Who was Independent Ceylon's first Minister of Finance? Who was Independent Ceylon's first Minister of Finance? Was it Dudley Senanayake, J.R. Jayawardena, C.W.W. Kannangara, or Ronnie DeMel? So J.R. Jayawardena, who was the first executive president of Sri Lanka, was also Ceylon's first minister of finance, right? So he was actually instrumental in forming the Central Bank of Sri Lanka together with John Hester, right? Well done. 49 got the answer correct. Ceylon's first Minister of Finance was J.R. Jayawardena, who went on to become Sri Lanka's first executive president. Let's look at our leaderboard, and Messi is still holding on to the lead. Let's look at our next question. Paul Biya has been his country's leader for almost 46 years and is the longest ruling national leader of the country. He is the longest ruling non-royal national leader of a certain country where he has been the head of state for 46 years. Is it Cameroon, Uganda, Ethiopia, or Equatorial Guinea? Wow, so it has to be in Africa, right? Something dubious like this happens only in Africa. So this guy, Paul Biya, or Paul Biya, right, has been the head of state of Cameroon since 1975. My word. Long before I was born as well, right? Imagine having the same leader of your country for 46 years, and we can understand if he was a royal, a king, or a queen, right? But he was the prime minister from 1975 to 82. He's been the president since 1982, 46 years, right? Man, certainly a long time. Paul Biya or Baya, I think it's time you left now. Well done to the 33 who got the answer correct. He is the leader of Cameroon. So Uganda and Equatorial Guinea also have long-standing presidents. I think Equatorial Guinea comes in second. Uganda's Yoweri Museveni, I think, has been in power since 1986, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look at our leaderboard. Messi still holding on to the lead. Remus in second, Biddy Biden in third, Schnazzy in fourth, Santa is in fifth position. Let's look at our last question for this round. The national flag of this country is flown with the red strip on top during times of war. What is this country? The flag you see on the screen, which country does it belong to? Is it Malta, Samoa, Philippines, or Madagascar? Wow, only 42 got that correct. I was expecting a bigger number to get that answer correct. So let me show you this flag. So this is the national flag of Philippines. So they say in times of war, this red strip you see in the bottom will be on top. In times of peace and tranquility, like right now in the Philippines, the blue strip will be on top, right? So interesting fact, 42 got the answer correct. We are at the end of 2 rounds. Let's look at our leaderboard, and Remus has overtaken Betsy into the lead. Very close difference between the top 3. Schnazzy is in third. Biddy Biden drops down to fourth. Santa is in fifth position. So round number 3, usually questions on science, technology, and business. Let's see how well you can answer these 8 questions. Question number 1. What was the most downloaded app of 2020? What was the most downloaded app of 2020? Was it Zoom, Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook? Wow, only 35 got the answer correct, right? So they haven't mentioned the numbers, but TikTok is the most downloaded app of 2020. So if you check the Apple, the Apple Store or Google Play, you would see TikTok is ranked as number 1. Zoom, very frequently used platform, like me using Zoom right now. Instagram and Facebook. Facebook, I think last year it was the most downloaded app. I think in August alone, TikTok recorded 68 million downloads, if I'm not mistaken, right? So TikTok is the most downloaded app of 2020. Well done to the 35 who got the answer correct. I'm sure there are quite a few TikTok users also taking part today. Right, so King Kong back into the top 5. Remus still holding on to the lead. Betsy is on fire with how many answers? With 17 correct answers in a row. Wow. Well done, Betsy. Schnazzy is in third. Billy Biden in fourth. A very close competition. Let's look at our next question. Which of the following is the universal recipient blood group, which means it can receive blood of any type? Which of the following is the universal recipient blood group, which means it can receive blood of any type? Easy question. Is it A, B, AB, or O? Wow, I thought many of you would get the answer. So 39 thought it was AB and 39 thought it was O. So O is the universal donor. So I say we because I am from the O blood group, right? So O is the universal donor. It can give blood to anyone, right? Person who has O blood group can donate blood to anyone. But if you have AB, you can receive blood from anyone, right? So 39 got the answer correct. Let's look at our leaderboard now, and Betsy is now in the lead. Schnazzy in second, Remus drops down to third, Billy Biden in fourth, Santa is in fifth. Well done to Dincy, you're back with an answer streak of 3. Well done, Dincy. Let's look at our next question. Who discovered the electron? Who discovered the electron? Was it Anton Lavoisier? Was it Ernest Rutherford, J.J. Thomson, or James Chadwick? The correct answer is J.J. Thomson. So J.J. Thomson was a British physicist. He discovered the electron. I think it was pretty much by accident. And he won the Nobel Prize in the year 1906 as well for his experiments using noble gases. J.J. Thomson discovered the electron. Well done to the 41 who got the answer correct. And Remus is now back in second. Patsy is still in the lead. Somebody has asked who invented the plum pudding. Let's look at our next question. Which company became the first to launch a rocket into space? Which company became the first to launch a rocket into space? Was it Virgin Galactic? Was it SpaceX? Was it Tesla? Or was it Blue Origin? Well done. Wow, excellent. So SpaceX, actually they recently launched their rocket to space on the 13th of December. I think it was the Sunday, yes. Falcon 9 was the rocket that they launched. SpaceX became the first company in the world to launch a rocket to outer space. Well done, 54 got the answer correct. Schnazzy is now in second, Billy Biden is in third, Remus drops down to fourth, Santa is in fifth, Patsy is holding on to the lead. Let's look at our next question. Einstein formulated the equation E equals mc square. In this equation, E stands for energy and T for time. What does C stand for? Is it charge? Is it speed of sound, heat, energy, or speed of light? One of the world's most popular equations. E equals mc square. The correct answer is speed of light. Well done. So I'll give you a very basic introduction, right, to this equation. It says it means energy and mass are interchangeable, but they are different forms of the same thing, right? So C stands for the speed of light, formulated by Albert Einstein. 49 got the answer correct, and Billy Biden is now in second. Betsy still holding on to the lead. Schnazzy in third. Remus is in fourth. Santa is in fifth position. Let's look at our next question. Which of the following is referred to as the master gland? Which of the following is referred to as the master gland? Is it endocrine gland, pituitary gland, hypothalamus, or the pancreas? Well done. So the pituitary gland is a small pea size. Again, ratakaju taram podi, right? It's at the base of your brain. It's known as the master gland. It produces the growth hormone, right? So the pituitary gland is known as the master gland. Well done to the 48 who got the answer correct. Let's look at our leaderboard. Not much of a change in the top 5. Betsy still holding on to the lead. Well done. Who am I? You're back in the game with 3 in a row. Next question. Hypertension is the term used for, sorry for the typo. Hypertension is the term used for increase in blood pressure, decrease in heart rate, increase in heart rate, or decrease in blood pressure. What does hypertension mean? Well done, 49 got the answer correct. Hypertension is the term used for the increase in blood pressure or high blood pressure. Well done, 49 got the answer correct. Let's look at our leaderboard now. Alright, so Patsy still holding on to the lead. Biddy Biden, just this monitor. Biddy Biden in second. Schnazzy in third. Remus is in fourth. Jamie's Bonda, well done. Wow, into the top 5. Excellent. Elf, you're making a comeback with 3 in a row. Excellent stuff. Let's look at our next question. Sophia was the first humanoid robot to receive the citizenship of any country. Which country gave Sophia the citizenship? Was it France, Saudi Arabia, Japan, or Finland? Sophia was the first humanoid robot to receive citizenship of any country. Well done, 45 got the answer correct. So this is Sophia, right? She's a humanoid robot. Saudi Arabia, I think it was in 2017, they decided to give Sophia citizenship, right? So they haven't, I think, given females driving licenses, but they've given a humanoid robot citizenship of Saudi Arabia. Wow, well done. 45 got the answer correct. We are at the end of 3 rounds. Let's look at our leaderboard, and Patsy is still holding on to the lead. Biddy Biden is in second. Schnazzy a close third. Remus is in fourth. Jamie's Bonda is in fifth. Well done, Harry Potter. You're back in the game with 3 in a row. Wow, excellent. Now, round number 4 is questions on history, arts, and entertainment. Let's see how well you know the answer to these 8 questions. Question number 1. The 73 to 71 BC is one of the most successful slave revolts in the history of Rome. Which gladiator led this uprising? Right? The slave revolt of 73 to 71 BC is one of the most successful slave revolts in the history of Rome. Which famous gladiator led this uprising? Spartacus, Flamma, Spiculus, or Carpophorus? Carpophorus, right? Of course, Spartacus is the correct answer. He led the most successful slave revolt in the history of Rome, one of the most popular gladiators. 56 got the answer correct. Let's look at the leaderboard, and Remus has now. Remus, of course, has a Roman name, so he should know the answer, right? Remus is in third now. Patsy is still in the lead, closely followed by Biddy Biden. Schnazzy is in fourth. Jamie's Bonda is in fifth. It's not over. 15 more questions to go. All right, so let's look at our next question. The Nile is the longest river in the world. In ancient Egypt, what were the 2 parts of the Nile referred to as? So ancient Egypt, right, there are two tributaries to the Nile River. What were the two parts of the Nile referred to as? The Blue Nile and the White Nile, the White Nile and the Red Nile, the Blue Nile and the Golden Nile, or the Red Nile and the Blue Nile? The correct answer is the Blue Nile and the White Nile. So the River Nile, right, one of the longest rivers in the world, has two main tributaries, the Blue Nile and the White Nile, right? So the Blue Nile they believe it starts from Lake Tana in Ethiopia. The White Nile, the longer of the two tributaries, is supposed to start from Lake Victoria of Tanzania. Yes, I just checked my notes. Yes, I am correct. Lake Victoria in Tanzania, right? So the correct answer, the two tributaries of the Nile were referred to as the Blue Nile and the White Nile. Well done to the 42 who got that answer correct. And Remus has overtaken Billy Biden into second, right? It's a close competition. Let's look at our next question. ABBA sang the songs from the movie Mamma Mia. From which country is ABBA from? ABBA, the famous band of the 70s and the 80s, right? From which country is ABBA from? England, Denmark, Sweden, or Germany? Right, well done. So ABBA, the group that you see in the picture, one of the most popular bands when we were growing up. So if you watch the movies Mamma Mia, right, you probably know that the songs are from ABBA. Amazing songs, amazing band. Mamma Mia, right? So ABBA is the group that sang most of, I think, all the songs in the movie Mamma Mia. Sweden is the correct answer. ABBA is from Sweden. Let's look at our leaderboard now. Betsy is still holding on to the lead. Let's look at our next question. Polonnaruwa was the second major kingdom in Sri Lankan history. Who was the last king of the Polonnaruwa kingdom? Who was the last king of Polonnaruwa? Was it Sri Vikrama Rajasinghe, King Mahinda V, Kirti Sri Rajasinghe, or King Nisanka Malla? The correct answer is King Nisanka Malla. So King Nisanka Malla was the king of this country from 1187 till 1196, right? So he was the last king of the Polonnaruwa kingdom, right? Well done. Let's look at our leaderboard. Now 47 got the answer correct. 26 thinks is King Mahinda V. Mahinda V or Mihindu, Paswana Mihindu, was the last king of Anuradhapur, right? The last king of Polonnaruwa was King Nisanka Malla. Well done. Chain in the top 5. Betsy still holding on to the lead. Let's look at our next question. Bohemian Rhapsody is a movie based on the late Freddie Mercury from the band Queen. Where was Freddie Mercury born? Where was Freddie Mercury born? England, Iran, Pakistan, or Zanzibar? Well done. So Freddie Mercury was born Farooq Bulsara, right? He was born in the region called Zanzibar. Zanzibar is a semi-autonomous region of Tanzania, right? So when the Zanzibar revolution happened in, I think, the year, Freddie Mercury and his family fled Zanzibar and came to England. Then he became famous as Freddie Mercury through the band Queen. Well done. He was born in Zanzibar. 43 got the answer correct. Well done, Elf. You are making a comeback with 3 in a row. The Titanic sank on its maiden voyage in 1912. In which ocean did the Titanic sink? Easy question. In which ocean did the Titanic sink? Was it the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, or is it the Arctic Ocean? Well done. The correct answer is the Arctic Ocean. So the Titanic sank on its first voyage in 1912, right? To watch the movie Titanic, it's sort of the same story, but they have added a bit of romance and drama into it as well. So it sank in the North Atlantic Ocean. Well done. 63 got the answer correct. Let's look at our leaderboard. Much of a change in the top 5. Well done, AW. You're back with an answer streak of 3. Let's look at our next question. Srinivasa Ramanujan was an Indian mathematician. What movie was based on his story? Srinivasa Ramanujan was an Indian mathematician. What movie was based on his life story? Slumdog Millionaire, A Beautiful Mind, A Man Who Knew Infinity, or The World's Fastest Indian? Well done. So Srinivasa Ramanujan was a brilliant Indian mathematician, right? What's amazing is he had never received any formal mathematics, education, right? So watch this movie, The Man Who Knew Infinity. I think it's the same actor from the Slumdog Millionaire as well. Well done to the 51 who got the answer correct. The Man Who Knew Infinity is the correct answer. I think the movie came out in 2015. With one more question to go, in round number 4, Billy Biden has overtaken Remus into second place. Patsy is still holding on to the lead. Let's look at our last question of round number 4. Who is the only real-life person that appears in the Tintin comics? Who is the only real-life person that appears in the Tintin comics? Is it Mahatma Gandhi, Al Capone, Winston Churchill, or Charlie Chaplin? Who is the only real life person, right? So in the Tintin comics, I love Tintin comics. Right? If you look at the background behind me, you'll see an image of Tintin and the broken ear where my finger is, right? So it's a wall hanging, right? So my first Tintin book, I'm going to tell you which year I brought it. It will tell you how old I am, right? So in the Tintin comics, the only real life person which appears in that is Al Capone, right? Out of all the people in the world, the biggest mobster in Chicago, Al Capone is the only real life person that appears. So he appears in 2 books, Tintin in the Congo and Tintin in America. He is the only real life person. Mahatma Gandhi, Winston Churchill, Charlie Chaplin, all iconic figures, but they do not appear in Tintin comics. Well done to Al Capone. Well done to the 52 who got the answer correct. We are at the end of round number 4. Let's look at our leaderboard. So Patsy holding on to the lead at 26,532. P.D. Biden a very close second, 25,667. Remus in third. Schnazzy in fourth. James Bonda is in 5th. Well done. Nice. Shah. Ima is back with an answer streak of 3. Well done, Shah. So round number 5, questions on sports and games. Right? Let's see some pretty interesting questions. Some questions from a few of my older quizzes as well. Let's see how well you know the answers to these questions. Question number 1. In which year did female athletes from Sri Lanka first take part in the Summer Olympics? In which year did female athletes from Sri Lanka first take part in the Summer Olympics? Was it 1948 London, 1984 Los Angeles, 1992 Barcelona, or 1998 Seoul? The correct answer is 1988 Seoul, right? So the Seoul Olympic Games was the first time that Sri Lankan female athletes took part in the Summer Olympics, right? So Duncan White won a silver in the 1948 London Olympics, but Tilaka Jinadasa, I think it was the first female athlete representing Sri Lanka. I think it was the 110 meter hurdles that she represented Sri Lanka in. 1988 Seoul Olympics was the first time female athletes represented Sri Lanka in the Olympics. Well done. Let's look at our leaderboard. Wow, Remus has now jumped up into the lead at 26,591. Billy Biden in second. Wow, I think it's just a 4-point difference between the first two positions. Patsy drops down to third. Snazzy in fourth. James Bonda is in fifth. Somebody says, "Ayo, Patsy." All right, so I'm sorry, Patsy. I didn't want to jinx you. Let's look at our next question. On which city in New Jersey is the famous board game Monopoly based on? Which city in New Jersey is the famous board game Monopoly based on? Is it Newark, Atlantic City, Jersey City, or Princeton? Excellent stuff. So not many of you would know that the game Monopoly is based on a real life city, Atlantic City in New Jersey. It was, I think the game was created in 1935 based on the busy streets of Atlantic City. It even takes the names of the street names from Atlantic City. Well done. 36 got the answer correct. Let's look at our leaderboard, and Billy Biden has overtaken Remus into the lead. Remus in second, Patsy in third, Snazzy in fourth, King Kong back into the top 5. Let's look at our next question. The Murugappa Trophy is awarded in which sport is the Murugappa Trophy awarded? Is it hockey, kabaddi, football, or badminton? Famous trophy. The correct answer is hockey, right? So the Murugappa Trophy is a very popular trophy presented to the sport hockey in India, right? One of the most popular sports in India, hockey. Well done. Let's look at our leaderboard. Patsy is back into the lead. Wow, amazing competition for the top place, right? It keeps on changing, right? Well done, Patsy into the lead. Billy Biden in second, Remus in third, Snazzy in fourth, King Kong is in fifth. Well done, right? So the top 5, are 3 of the best, the 5 of the best quizzes in Sri Lanka, right? So exciting stuff. Privileged to have them taking part in my quizzes continuously, consistently. Well done, Jinx. You're making a comeback with 3 in a row. I don't want to jinx anyone. We are down to the last 5 questions. Here we go. What was the only Grand Slam tennis tournament to be cancelled in 2020? What was the only Grand Slam tennis tournament to be cancelled in 2020? Was it the Australian Open, Wimbledon, French Open, or the US Open? Wow, I thought a lot more would get the answer correct. So, as you know, 2020 was a challenging year for everyone, especially for sportsmen. Some sportsmen, especially our cricketers, they complain that, this time that, we can never get this time back, right? Not only for sportsmen, but for everyone. So some sportsmen believe that they have really wasted 1 year of their lives. So, out of the 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments, Wimbledon was the only Grand Slam which was cancelled. Australian Open happened in January this year, if I'm not mistaken. The French and the US Open happened in September, was it? But Wimbledon, which is the oldest tennis tournament in the world, was cancelled this year for the first time after World War II. Well done, 2020. Was a challenging year for everyone. Wimbledon is the correct answer. 39 got the answer correct. James Bonda, wow, back into the top 5. Excellent stuff. Patsy is still in the lead with how many questions to go? We have 4 more questions to go. Let's look at our next question. Black Panther is a name given to one of the greatest footballers ever. Which football player is referred to as the Which footballer is known as the Black Panther? Is it Cristiano Ronaldo, Diego Maradona, Eusebio, or Pele? Wow, only 29 got the answer correct. So Eusebio was one of the greatest ever footballers in the history of the game. He was born in Mozambique to a very poor family. His father died of tetanus when he was very young. And then read up on Eusebio's story. His name is spelled Eusebio, Eusebio, right? Born in Mozambique, he then went on to represent Portugal. He was instrumental in Portugal becoming third in the 1966 Football World Cup, one of the greatest ever footballers, right? Eusebio is the correct answer. Well done to the 29 who got the answer correct. Let's look at our leaderboard. Batsy is now on fire. He has how many answers in a row? 4 correct answers in a row and is in the lead. Remus a very close second. BD Biden in third. So anyone in the top 3 can get this now. Okay, with a few more questions to go, 3 more to go. Let's look at our next question. Which player won the Player of the Series award at the Lanka Premier League, which concluded yesterday? Which player won the Player of the Series award at the Lanka Premier League, which concluded yesterday? Was it Thisara Pereira, Danushka Gunatilaka, Dasun Shanaka, or Vanindu Hasaranga? Well done. I'm sure you watched the final yesterday when Jaffna Stallions beat the Gaul Gladiators. Well done, Jaffna, the team that I supported. Vanindu Hasaranga took 17 wickets in 10 matches. He was the player of the series yesterday. Dasun Shanaka, Thisara Pereira, Danushka Gunatilaka all performed well, but Vanindu Hasaranga was the player of the series yesterday. Well done. Let's look at our leaderboard with 2 more questions to go. She's still holding on to the lead. BD Biden has overtaken Remus now into second. It can happen. Schnazzy in fourth. James Bonda is in 5th position. 2 more questions to go. Let's look at our next question. A pretty interesting question. I'm sure many of you can get this right. What was the first and only sport to be officially played on the moon? What was the first and only official sport to be officially played on the moon? Was it football, baseball, golf, or cricket? Wow, excellent. So Alan Shepard was an astronaut in the Apollo 14 mission to the moon, right? In 1971, he got down onto the moon. He took a golf ball, he tried to swing it once, he missed it, and he swung it the second time, he made contact, and the ball, so with the gravity, the amount of gravity on the moon is supposed to have gone over 4 kilometers away, right? That was so they say even Tiger Woods can't match that shot. Alan Shepard played golf on the moon in 1971. So far, the only sport to be officially played. I'm saying officially because we don't know what else they played on the moon, right? Golf is the correct answer with 1 more question to go. Batsy is holding on to the lead, very slender lead. BD Biden in second, Remus in third, Schnazzy in fourth, James Bonda is in 5th. Man with no brain, well done. Even though you don't have a brain, you're back with an answer streak of 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the last question of our final Let's Get Quizzical virtual Battle of the Masterminds for 2020. Let's keep our fingers crossed and see how well you can answer the last question. Which of the following teams is not known to perform a war dance before the start of a rugby game? Which of the following teams is not known to perform a war dance before the start of a rugby game? Is it Fiji, Papua New Guinea, Tonga, or Samoa? Well done. Right, so the New Zealand rugby team, the All Blacks, the Tri-Nations champions, they perform the haka, right? Fiji rugby team, they perform a war dance called the sibi. Then the Samoan rugby team, they perform a war dance called the sibatau. And the Tonga rugby team, they perform a war dance called sipitau. So if you have some time, just YouTube these war dances. It's pretty interesting how they, they challenge the opponent, right? Well done. 48 got the answer correct. Papua New Guinea. So you not believe the name they have for the Papua New Guinea rugby team, right? Singaling kind of Papua Guinea, right? Papua New Guinea rugby team is called the Puk Puks, right? P-U-K-S, the Puk Puks, right? Well done to the 48 who got the answer correct. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to reveal the winners of Let's Get Quizzical game number 10. Let's increase the volume and add on the fanfare. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. In third, Remus. Well done, Remus. Second, Edie Biden. And the winner of Let's Get Quizzical game number 10 is Betsy. Well done, Betsy. Cassie in coach, Jamie's Konda in position. Well done, excellent stuff. Amazing competition. Thank you once again for being a part of Let's Get Quizzical game number 10. Powered by the Bristol Institute of Business Management. It's an exciting competition as usual. I hope you enjoyed the competition. I hope you learned something new. Please take some time and subscribe to our YouTube channel, YouTube/C/SL Masterminds. Stay safe, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year, everyone. God bless you all.